And we are live, I think. Hopefully. It's a little funny. Today's stream, well, ranking. That's basically the entire plan. Not much else not much else to it. It's a simple stream. It'll be simple enough. You know? I guess I could actually like once again, I think I do this like frequently just because for the sake of it, but I start a couple minutes early. And like even though like I'm not actually waiting for anything this time, I still want to give it a couple of seconds before I get into the actual like ranking stuff. Actually, that's an idea, I suppose. I could try do something else in the meantime. We don't need to just sit around. I could like do luxcavations or something. I don't think I've done my luxcavation stuff for the day yet. So that might work. Let me just cut the music. Music will return in a second. I'll set it to Limbus for now. I do have some plans. That's for sure. Like as far as like what I'm actually gonna like. Hello there. How are you doing today? Yeah, basically, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes, but I'm just gonna try and just do a bunch of ranking stuff today. For it's like a pretty standard type of stream. I mean, I'm probably just gonna like rank identities, rank egos, rank the abnormalities, stuff like that. Why not? But I'm not gonna start just yet. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes, and I'm just gonna do a luxcavation or two, in the meantime. I'm gonna bring my. I don't think I've ever actually like shown myself doing a luxcavation because like I do it always on my own time. But this is my optimal luxcavation team. Honestly, I just do this for like most luxcavations just because I think it's funny. I don't really need anyone else. I just need Grips and Claire most of the time. And if this isn't an optimal luxcavation team, then I don't know what is. We go for this and then this. We don't use the skill 3. Against the fish, we don't want to use the skill 3 yet. We gotta save it because he's gonna go for his funny blood attack. Which isn't fun. His blood cannon. Kinda just kills. Yeah, now we can actually hit that with the self-destructive purge, which will beat it, most likely. Yeah, there we go. And he'll do some damage to the body. This is the optimal luxcavation. In case you just don't know. God. And then yeah, I mean he's dead. Not really much shock there. Grips and Claire is just really funny. He's like definitely like weird, that's for sure. But in a funny kind of way. Like his primaries, will they kill? Maybe. Is he just gonna have 3 Fanatic next turn? Yes. He didn't have a way to inflict nails, does he? Yeah. Unfortunate. But it's fine, because this guy's just very dead. Look at that. Wow, now I can actually claim this stuff, can't I? Yeah, there we go. Hi everyone, hello. Just doing just did a quick luxcavation while I give a couple minutes for people to like roll in. That kind of stuff. One lunacy's short from 6,666. That would be silly. I just got a Discord notification from my friend who's not touched Mirror Dungeon 2 like almost at all, just saying, "Disk fragment sounds broken?" Wait, never mind. I'm just gonna say leg or domain span. That's all you need. That's all you need. This fragment is just still so funny. It's a very unique. I definitely understand how you could have misread it at first, thinking it wasn't for just ego steals and it was for everything. It's still very funny though. My friend who, he's done like 3 Mirror Dungeon 2 runs so far. I'm close to being able to do that, but yeah, I've managed to set up something like semi fancy for my standards. If we take a look, wow, look at this. I have a funny stream UI. Wow, I've got the tier list over here. Oh God, my cursor is showing twice. That's fine. That's fine. So, like in the left, we've got like the actual tier list. In the top right, we've got the Limbus in case it needs to be like refreshed or anything. In the bottom right, there you guys are. Wow, you have your own box now. Finally. Hi. Hello. That should be pretty good. I want to do some like fancier like UI stuff for streams in general. I've messed around with a lot of the Limbus UI things, so I do know how to like, because most of these are, because I'm just stealing random assets from the Limbus files and just using them to like merge together and overlay. And you know, it's working well enough, I'd say. I just need to be very careful because it is very fragile, because like, I can definitely mess it up if I click the wrong place at the wrong time. I think it's pretty cool. I put it together like half an hour ago. Definitely an idea I had. But like there's just a bunch of random stuff like there's just so many files like this and like Limbs assets where you can see there's just a bunch of boxes, there's a bunch of these like little connectors. Because there's so many different like weird UI pieces they have for the main menu. And I really like the aesthetic. It works well. Yeah, we'll start doing the actual ranking stuff soon. You know, I guess you guys can watch me play Limbus in the corner of the screen. How does this look, I wonder? It looks like it's a little low quality, but you know, it might be fine. You're gonna see me continue to use my optimal Luxcavation build. Just Sinclair, in case you can't tell. Oh, look at him winning clashes, doing not enough damage. Here I am. Hello. No. Yeah, I'm gonna do my Luxcavations, and then by the time I've done all those, it should be pretty much set to start. It'll have been enough time, I think. Enough of these. This optimal build of mine. The lower the quality, the funnier the gameplay. That's true. That's true. I can always make it work. That's the thing to keep in mind. That's the thing to fear. That the quality can only go downhill. I guess, I mean, it very well can go uphill if I, you know, fix my settings for something, but you know, it's funnier. It's like the idea of just taking like a random like stock photo of like a house and just like replacing like a TV in the background with the actual like gameplay. I think that's the kind of quality I strive for. Did I strive for it? Yeah, it's funny. That's all I strive for.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
좋아. V 하나를 박살냈어.
Broke a part down. There we go. I think one more. And I can kill the fish once more with Grip Sinclair.
당연한 결과죠. 불로
And
정화하고
then we can actually begin. Truth. The more pixels you can see in the image, the funnier it gets. Yeah, you gotta be able to taste the pixels.
벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
불길 속으로
God. Stupid fish. We got all tails at 0 sanity. That is nice. That is clean. And he got the head, so we got the attack bar down there. That's fine.
이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
We can kill this guy still.
불길
I believe in
속으로
Grip Sinclair. Ouch. Sinclair, for some reason, his base ego is as bad as people think for Paper Claire.
늦으면 내피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Not as bad, correction. So you think his base ego is not as bad for... Oh yeah, absolutely, because his base ego is super powerful if you can get Rupture count off. That's 12 Rupture on heads. Now, it needs to be heads, but chances are that should happen as much long enough. Yeah, no, I actually like Red Sheet Sinclair, I think. I think he's funny. I don't think he's, like, super... I don't know how powerful he is. I don't think he's going to be, like, super powerful. But I think he can be funny. Especially now that it seems like it's balanced. The issue is, there's not enough Rupture count unless you've got, like, Ego Gifts. -2 power is not good enough for 12 Rupture, in my opinion. I mean, but the thing is, you can keep on using it in your dungeons. It's good if you got Rupture count, that's the thing.
적들이 흔들흔들. 기회.
If you don't have Rupture count, it's kind of not, like, great. It's got the high. I think it's got the highest, like, max roll of any default ego. They can get a 30. I don't think there's any others that can get that high. But no, yeah, it's bad in normal situations. That's the thing. But it's good for Rupture stuff. Yeah, Rupture Stagging can be worth it. It's insane. If you use it in the Hell's Chicken dungeon, get the thing where anytime you inflict a Rupture, it's +5 Rupture count, it's busted. Reason, if Faust has the ability to give allies lifesteal, I would not be surprised.
선택받았으니까
ACO can generate talisman
그렇겠죠?
as well when his passive is on. Oh yeah, his passive. The passive targeted Rupture gain talisman. Yeah. Very spammable. Even -2 power, it's a good roll for hard mode. Correction ally. Did give allies lifesteal? Yeah. Well, I've done that stuff now.
밤은 익숙지.
So I think I'm gonna... I've got this menu open because it'll be good for, like, actually, like, sorting stuff. Okay, but yeah, it's time to... It's 10 now. It's time to start, ranking things. I mean, like, there's a couple of these that are gonna be really obvious. I'm just gonna go with some of the super obvious ones. You go up here, It's hard for me to see which ones are which. You're like, you go up here, how am I failing to spot him? There he is. Something like, I don't know which of those is better. I'm just gonna get, like, what I think are, like, top tiers. Up there. And then I'll try and I'll rank them, like, within themselves. And probably RB Ryoshu. Takor Pong Lu. I mean, that's kind of the issue. How do I want to rank this? I think I'm gonna rank these off of how strong they are and how funny they are. I think that's a crucial part of it. Like, I think a lot of the top tiers are pretty funny. I think Takor Pong Lu is super powerful. I think he's bad for damage. That's the thing. I'm gonna give him... I think I might want to give him A tier because of the fact that he... Well, he can survive super well. He can do solo stuff, but solo stuff tends to define how well a unit can do. I'm kind of looking at a lot of the offensive prowess. Now, the fact he can live forever makes him, like, insanely good, especially in Mirror Dungeon. But when it gets to stuff like Refraction Railway, too, like, he's not going to be as great. Talking about Talisman here, could somehow explain how support passive works? Isn't this detrimental because it activates on 4 resonance and inflicts 8 talisman, which is above the cap? Yeah, his support passive seems awful. Takor Pong Lu is basically immortal. Indeed. He's got great survivability, but which is enough to put him to A tier. I think, isn't it just one turn of huge rupture damage? Yeah, pretty much. Talisman Sinclair's support passive seems awful. It's just killing people. Taehong can kind of trivialize the bull. Yeah. The main issue is refraction railway. He's not going to be as good because he's going to live long and he's not going to do enough damage to, like, be that big of a benefit. I don't know. I understand why people are pushing for K-Corp to be Honglu to be S. Maybe he should be at, like, bottom of S. For some reason I thought Slime Mail would have self-healing. I think that's a fair thing to assume. Especially because it did seem very K-Corpy. I wouldn't have been surprised if it had self-healing stuff, but it doesn't. It's just bad. Okay, I'm gonna put, like... Before I continue this, I'm gonna put all the default centers here, I think. And now I'll move them later. This is just I think all of them are, like, C tier type units for the most part. Some of them are different. Like, Otis is, like, B or A tier. Mersault and Faust defaults are kind of awful. You're a D tier. I'm gonna move a bunch of units in, and I'm gonna see what you guys think about some of these decisions. Is this order best to worst? It's not. It will be when I finish it. For now, it's just vague thoughts, and I'm gonna order it as we go. The Goop Mill would give the damage up the other Goop Boys had. Kicker Hong was best thing in the game, isn't even that bad damage-wise, so it makes sense from the S tier. That is true. Horizontally. It will be. It's not yet. Eventually, I'm gonna... We're taking it one step at a time. That's the thing. But, like, the leftmost is the best. As far as, like, stuff in that tier goes, once I'm finished with it. A lot of these units are just... meh. I'm putting him in D. Sunshower Heath is decent, but, like, he takes too much effort to build around Trigger like him to get, like, and it takes a lot of effort to get, like, roughly the same thing. Will you rate egos as well? I will. Don't worry, that's part of the plan. I'm gonna do identities and I'm gonna do egos, and then I might do like all abnos just based on how much I like them. But identities and egos are like a definite yes. That's the plan. See, honestly, I think Elgor Faust is A tier. I think this unit's... her tertiary is super good, and she's really good at building a fluid sac. Now, 7 Yisong is decent. I think 7 Yisong deserves to go into B tier. And Pier's weakness can be pretty good when built around, and his passive can be really nice if you can trigger it. I think... yeah, I'm not going to bother sorting within tiers for now. What do I think about you? Here we go with Suncliff Slander. He's okay. I like him. He's funny. He's awful, though. He's funny and awful. Abno's theoretical for each sinner. I do like the idea of doing that, though. I think I have actually tried doing stuff like that before. I might do something like that afterwards. That could be a nice, like, 4th one. You're like an A tier, honestly. Rose Spanner is gonna have some really good damage with her secondary and her tertiary, even for a tremor unit. You were the person who was defending. What is her name? I'm American. I'm gonna butcher anything that isn't like very clearly like traditional English stuff. Yeah, Quem. I'm gonna call you Quem. Hopefully that's fine. You're the one who was like talking about that before. Yeah, I do agree. Sunshower is good. They're all good, honestly. He deserves to be like higher than like some of these units. I think upper D. I think he's probably gonna be like the upper D. He's like the best D tier unit, I'd say. Like, he's better than Warp Mersault, because Warp Mersault just kind of doesn't do anything you as well. Elfaus S1 only rolls up to 9, but it's just so weird. Like, why isn't it 10? Yeah. Yeah, and looks... she's got, like, a strange, like, set of... she's got, like, Rupture and Poise and, like, Haste stuff. She's doesn't have enough Rupture to be, like, a good Rupture unit, but, like... The haste stuff can be funny on her. Her tertiary is just super good. One of the best tertiaries in the game, especially for Cooper. Elgor Faust is trying to be really good in Mirror Dungeon. Yes. Sunshower is much better than base Yisung. Yisung is too high. Oh yes, that is one that deserves to be moved down. That's for sure. Base Yisung is kind of awful. I think it's... I don't know the base stuff. No, I know like the better base egos are like you. Base Honglu isn't bad. He's probably like upper C if anything. Yeah, it's fine. Your name is basically saying "who asked" in Portuguese. I see. That is a funny name. Unfortunately, I'm butcher it. Guess the 9 is a balance out of Rick's Goodr's 3rd skill is. Hi, hello, cool dog. Especially for a 2-star. Yes. Probably like one of the better 2-stars. Speaking of better 2-stars, I think he deserves to be up here. I don't like him as much as I used to. I used Kurokuma Honglu a lot early on, I'd say. But he just doesn't win clashes anymore. He does good damage with the secondary if he hits it, and he can get good paralysis with the tertiary. But like, he needs to win clashes to be able to be more useful, and he's not good at that. Let's see. We'll hear to have good thoughts on it. You're like an upper A tier, honestly. You're like top of A, I think, so far. Yeah, that makes sense. Is there anyone who's... Oh, you're atrociously bad, that's for sure. I honestly... Like, I've actually, like, considered using Warp Mersault. I think... Does this list include passives as well? I'm not considering support passives. I don't think support passives are anything I'm breaking them off, but I'm including their actual, like, passives and stuff. Without passives, K-Corp Honglu would be, like, B tier. But if you're talking about support passives, I think that's too hard of a thing to rank. Because that's kind of like ranking them about how good they are to not be in your team, which feels a little, Ishmael and Mershal, he would be much higher. Oh, Ishmael's fairly good, though, yeah? Okay. Low I remember if I was carrying you Mirrodin too hard with R Corp Mersault and W Corp Dawn. Oh yeah, absolutely. Very strong unit. I think another unit who's really like shown her true stripes recently, E Corp Otis. I don't know if she's like upper B possibly. I don't know if she's good enough to be like A tier. Maybe. I feel like there's another unit people have been talking about a lot recently. You know? Jeff Gregor, S tier for real, for real. Can't stand such slander. You're funny 5 to 9 bug, man. Yeah, like, let me look at what he does. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 8, 5 plus 1. Arcor Mersault is S for me. That's a good... Huh. I don't know if I'd put him in S. I think he's A, honestly. He's definitely the best Mersault identity by, like, far. I think there's no Mersault identity that comes, like, even close to being A other than him. I think he's, like, he's pretty good. I don't know if I'd put him... I think I might put him there, honestly. The charge is nice. Haste stuff is funny. I feel like I haven't seen his true colors yet. I don't know how good he could be, theoretically. Could be pretty good. You've actually brought Chef Gregor into hard mode because of his healing. Because how awful his skills are, don't matter when I spam leg or domain. That is true. He takes so much damage. That is true, but I don't think he... I think he doesn't pale... He pales in comparison to the amount of damage that Honglu, K-Corp Honglu can tank. Liu Ishmael is going to be high for the fact her egos work well with her. Oh. That message sent twice? Interesting. I don't know why that happened, but that is silly. Oh yeah, I do really like Liu Ishmael. This is like a really fun unit. Honestly, top of A maybe. Above Otis or below Otis? I don't know. Somewhere in that range. Let's see. N-Corp, you're like B. Sorry, it's fine. Don't worry. I just think it's funny. Did it just like not go through, or as far as you know, or did you just accidentally send it twice? Whatever it is, it's perfectly fine. Reindeer Ishmael. I don't know. Okay, Kurokuma Ryoshi, I feel like people have been talking about Tang Tang Honglu's definitely S tier. Oh, I agree. This is one of the most fun units in the game. Especially like if you can get something that's synergized with Mutilate. I think he gets into S tier if nothing else because he's really funny. Accidentally, yeah, but it's fine. You're like a B tier unit. You are like C or D tier, probably D tier. Worst thing about armor, so the stagger threshold is 40% on the usual 50% for tanks for whatever reason. Yeah, it's still like pretty good. That's for sure. He can take a lot of damage, and he can deal a lot of damage. Funny ego, you're like, I think you'd be like D tier. It's a funny rupture unit. Once again, I'm gonna get people in tiers first before I bother too much with trying to sort them, I think. You're like a C tier unit. You're like a C tier unit. You're an A tier. I think the two Shi associations deserve an A tier. The two good Shi associations. The other's like a C tier. You know the song that say shot shot everybody? I know that with high and long loop, but release shot with shank. I might know that song if I heard it. I actually don't know. Ting 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 is S tier only if you get to skill 2 and skill 3 because his skill 1 is awful. That's true, but both his skill 2 and his skill 3 are really funny. And I think you can get around using skill 1 like decently enough. Even if his skill 1 is awful, he deserves it for being like possibly the funniest unit. With his like bootleg onrush. It's that meme song. Yeah, I can imagine. I don't know the song, I'm sure, but I can imagine like a dun dun. Yeah. I can comprehend the joke. 7 Ryoshu. I like 7 Ryoshu. I think 7 Ryoshu is not bad. I don't know if that's like popular opinion though. 7 Ryoshu is like super good with slash stuff. Kurikuma Ryoshu is also very good. Like here good maybe. Why is N-Corp C with T tier? He's B tier at the very least. Is he? Maybe. We'll see. He's got the damage stuff, but like he's very unique in the fact he doesn't synergize well with like anything. That's the issue. He's got barely any nail bleed support, despite being an N-Corp unit, and he doesn't help with any other status effect. And the way the game's going, I think status effects matter a lot. I can see why you put him B tier. He's good damage. He classes very well, yeah. N-Corp is one of the best N-Corp units. 7 Ryoshu is not bad in Mirror Dungeon. One of the main contenders for hard modes too. Geoda's too, by the way. Yeah, I think I've got Geoda's high. Did I not place her yet? Oh, I did place her here, yeah. Because her skill, Geoda's skill 3 is just really good. Oh, you're an A unit. I feel like I'm putting a lot of units in A. I think there's a lot of units I think are really good, but not like quite busted levels of good. That's why. You deserve that. You deserve like a B tier. I think all the Liu units except for Ishmael deserve to be in like the same rough spot in B tier. Like they're really good with burn stuff. They're like funny blunt damage, which is always like funny. You're like I think Rosebanner Mersault's fine. I think that about most Mersaults. They're mostly like C tier stuff. Rosebanner's like not bad. He's like a funny tank. He's good nails. He's probably one of the best as far as like pure nail infliction goes, I think. Not like Grip Faust levels, but I think like close. Geodes also fuels her center ego, which is an extremely good role for a death. Yes, absolutely, and you can just build the poise with that, which works really nicely if you have some eco gifts to synergize with it. For some reason, 7 Ryoshu, Elfos, and Shidon just roll very high despite being a 2-star. Use them every time in your Mirror Dungeon 2 runs, never disappointed. Based on should be D tier though, she's kinda mid. I agree. I think that's fair. That's one of the ones I never use. Like the only ones I've used are like I've used some of these ones before. I think most of them are C. Which one's your B? Is Honglu's default good enough to deserve better? I do think it's like a decent default because it's got like it's actually not that special. Nah. I thought it was gonna be better than that, but I guess I'm misremembering. Oh yeah, Spice Bush is A, that's for sure. I think he's higher than that, but like the Yisung, Faust, and Mersault have really busted egos. Baesong is good enough to be in B tier, maybe even A tier just because of his clash power. It is pretty good. I think, yeah. Anyone else? I've heard a lot of people talking like highly of Base Heathcliff, like when the game released, like, oh, use him in Kanto 3 if you don't have anything better. He's really good because he's blunt stuff. I think it's some blunt, but it's not like too much. Okay, It's hard to say. Dawn's just better, Gregor. So he also needs to get lower if Dawn is D. That's right, base Gregor exists. 39. Oh, right, you've got single coin stuff, and that's it. Yeah. But some characters' passives are considered weak are getting a rework. Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be changed soon. This is for the current state of the game. A lot will be changed soon. All offense IDs will be nerfed when they change the offense and defensive system. We'll have to see. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. It's really hard to, like, feel the difference because of... It's a bit hard to, like, feel it beyond just kind of, like, vague vibes as far as how that stuff works. By the way, growing some tomatoes right now, and they're looking very nice and healthy. That's cool. I want to grow stuff. I think plants could be nice. I've got, like, one potted plant. And it's, like, alive despite getting, like, no sunlight and water. And, you know, that's pretty cool. It's, like, the kind of plant that can survive without much of that. Uptie 4 and thread spinning. Yeah, that will change a lot of stuff. High on hopium for Uptie 4. Absolutely, yeah. A lot of units need it. A lot of units do really need it. Oh god. Bunny Boy is that consistently good unit. Absolutely. Grip Sinclair, I think Grip Sinclair has higher, like, potential, but, like, he falls off in Mirror Dungeon sometimes now. He's got a lot more inconsistency than he used to. First Mersal's not bad. His skill 2 can usually debuff by itself at high sanity. I think he's not that bad, and I think he deserves, like, maybe, like, a higher C tier. Maybe like a D unit. You're, like, good, maybe? Amount of tremor county reduces does suck, though. I hate that about the new stuff. I hate that about the new tremor stuff. It just reduces tremor, which is so sad. Oh, you're like an A tier. You're like... Honestly, Reindeer HML's B tier. She could be funny, but it doesn't work enough. Tier this for everything, right? Including Refraction Railway. It's just overall... that it's hard to determine a lot of stuff, but overall... Whole canister of hopium for Uptie 4 or something more than just number buffs. I hope so too, yeah. We'll have to see. Like a nerf for the bust units and a buff for the weak ones. The post explains better. Yes, absolutely. But I think it's more so based about the scaling, though. I think we're not going to feel it as much as we would if it was introduced, say, like a year ago, like in the future. Issue with Grip Claire is I think a 35 SP Sinclair that happens in Mirror Dungeon. Well, he doesn't gain SP as much as he used to because the fact it's just 10 per kill. Now he gains it even against, like, weaker enemies, which can be unfortunate. What if 4 comes soon? We'd like to see what it looks like. It doesn't seem like it's going to be this week. It honestly, if it is still going to be this week, it's going to be... If it's still going to be this month, it has to be next week alongside Kanto of the next mid-chapter. But that does feel like it would be an insanely big update, so I do think it might be pushed back to August. But surely they would have said something if it was going to be this week. They would have said something on Friday. Roastbander Gregor, he can afflict rupture. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, this is a vague tier list, but we need to actually sort a lot of stuff now. Just suffer mirrored and flute sack is that good. None of the buffs are going to be enough for most of the IDs, TBH. Not a lot of units need a gimmick buff. People who do need gimmick buffs. This guy, if you haven't penetrated in the super nuts in Mirror Dungeon too hard, that is true. You can always spam, like, egos. Bet is that update 4 will be coming day 26. Yeah, the, mid-chapter update. Could be. You can spam to get resources and SP reduction. I haven't used Impending Day a lot anymore. The Corrosion's like super powerful because of the attack power on a failed kill, but I don't get enough. It actually doesn't gain SP for killing weaker enemies, just higher level ones that only 10 SP now. Oh. You only gain save from killing higher level enemies. No. Did they? Is that? I thought that's what. Okay, I don't know. I guess I misread that patch note thing. See, this is a vague list. I've got a lot I need to change though. Still. Oh god. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up the Project Moon Twitter just so I can check. Or I guess it's Limbus Twitter, not Project Moon. But like, I always search Project Moon initially just because of mistake. Depth is buff base egos after completion for that specific center. That would be cool. I do want a funnier, maybe that'll be what Uptype 4 is for Crow's Eye View. Only 10. Yeah, I know it's only 10. But when does it get triggered? Is it... Last update, yes. Which one is it? The contents, is it here? Yeah, defeated by a unit. It says it should be 10 SP regained regardless of level difference in these patches. So why is Sun Shower A tier? The criteria for a character to reach A tier. A tier units are pretty solid, but not like the most busted. So I should not be outside of the D tier unless this is really just because of how funny her gimmick is. Oh yeah, that's true. She is awful. I think that's fair. I think A tier units are just ones that are very strong, but like not like meta-defining type units, you know? Like I think these ones are meta-defining units and also just really funny as far as Ting Tang goes. I don't know if he's meta. Like, let's see, how do I feel about this? You were saying move Gregor down. I think Gregor's SP gained when killing higher leveled enemies. The limit ID will be Otis for no reason other than getting 2 duplicates 7 section. Don't pull a single new ID in the game, just old stuff from season 1. Elcor Cross has been running really well in Mirrodin 2 arc. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why she's high A. Hawaiian Honglu is meta. He's meta in my eyes, if nothing else. I don't... Hard to say. Yeah, I think I'm liking this S tier. I think S tier is like pretty set. He's 7. I'm probably in this order. I maybe not. I don't know if I'm still overvaluing Warp Dawn, but Warp Dawn still does really well. Sunshine Yusung is pretty meta too, XP. So he's definitely deserves to be higher up. Maybe like there. Why Spice Bush not an S tier? That's true. Kinda deserves it. If I want to move someone out though, do I do this? Is that the solution? Is it to do something like this? Find Honglu rolls really high without Honglu. His tertiary is just stupid. That's the best part about Ting Tang Honglu. I also love the Hawaiian Honglu just name because you just got a Hawaiian shirt. Everyone, like before Limbus release, everyone was like, why is he wearing a Hawaiian shirt? Similar why people were so confused why they just had normal shirts on for like this Vi identity. But it's because they're undercover. Ego correct. Roll really high without Honglu ego. Oh, I see. Any unit that can roll high enough to win a clash without using Mirror Dungeon, without using ego in Mirror Dungeon 2 harder meta right now. Yeah. I think that's fair. You can go down there. Take or Honglu is less meta than Ting Ting for sure if you're going to demote one of them. Ting Ting Honglu is really good at clashing. Yeah, I agree. I honestly agree. Something like this might be nice. Take or Honglu is really good. That's for sure. But he's in the bad and he's not like... He doesn't win clashes as well. And basically single coin IDs, lol. Yeah. You're doing like fairly well right now. Maybe the sheep people should move down slightly and like these guys deserve to be a little higher. Like something like this. Hey, Honglu is worse than Ting Tang. I agree. Well, I haven't done any solos with K-Corp Honglu. I've failed both times I've tried. Well, I did in Mirror Dungeon 1, but I haven't done in Mirror Dungeon 2 yet. One day, though. One day. You're probably the weaker for these. We were saying move you down. Like that. Something like this could be good. Are they worse than some of these, though? I think, like, some of these aren't, like, the worst possible things. And, like, honestly, you're fine. He rolls 30, but remember that his skill 3 needs to defeat something to get more damage. Even if it doesn't defeat something, it is one of the strongest tertiaries as far as single coins go. Like, even if we just look at it, well, that's the wrong one. Like, that's a 5 plus 25. That is a 30. If it gets heads. My perspective poise is horrible. It is. You're so right for that. It is horrible. Like, Nico Bray rolls almost exactly the same as 7 Otis because of offense level difference. Why is he lower than her? That's a good question. Eviscerate is funny. Healing stuff. I definitely think he's good. I mean, leg or domain spam. That's what you got to keep in mind with this guy, I guess. I think I definitely overrate 7 Otis. I just pose 90% bad. Enemies are too tanky for the mutilate reset to be reliable. Just want it for the clash win. I do think G-Corp Gregory is good. How good do I think he is? 7 Otis does have the buff. Am I overvaluing 7 Otis? That is the question. Probably. He just feels super good. This passive makes her feel super good. Even getting this weakness analyzed off is nice, even if it doesn't do much most of the time. Paralyze is really good on Mirror Dungeon. There's not many units that can be actually, like, good paralysis inflictors, though. Like K-Corp, or no, not K-Corp, Kurokumo Honglu is good paralysis. Some other people are. Hard to say. Your guy's gonna get sneezed on. That's right, that's the issue. I think that's probably a good spot for him, then. I think I'm pretty happy with this A tier. What do you guys think? Thunders will have one of the best tanks in the game, even more than G-Corp Gregor gets easily staggered. That's right. G-Corp Gregor does have the healing stuff, but Pathos and Nebusem is probably what brings her up. I'm not sure if you're taking egos into account for ranking. I am. That's true. 2 Pathos Mathos is kind of insane. It's not actually that good in Mirror Dungeon too hard a lot of the times because it's not enough to beat like boss rolls, but it's good for like the first couple of floors. It still like consistently wins. Sunshower is a theme of bad horror relationship with all the people who have it. Yeah, if you mean like story-wise, yeah, it's like people who's got like bad relationships with their spouse and their source material, kind of. I don't know. Kind of for Odysseus. But, like, for Heathcliff and Easong, absolutely. If you mean as far as horror relationships, as far as meta goes, then I could see that being too, like, either it's meta or it's awful. LCCB-ish, possibly lower because of iffy clash power and bad growth. She's also insane ruptured. She's, like, the, only, like, decent rupture unit. What is her growth? Like... Growth is so weird. That is kind of awful, though, I see. It's more so just like, this is just beautiful. And the 5 fragile is a very good support unit, I'd say. Would you do tier list on Ego Gifts? Ego Gifts, that's also a good idea, yeah. Rose Rodian is too low. She rolls very high and has very good damage potential. Only good if her passive, but it isn't that bad. Oh yeah, her passive is awful. I think I actually think she's in a good spot. Because her secondary is kind of similar to K-Corp, or similar to Kurokumo Honglu in the fact that it's, you know, really good damage if it works well. Her primary is nothing special. It loses Clash Law, and her tertiary is pretty good. I think mid-A is, like, pretty fitting for her. If her secondaries like coins were applied, you know, like if she had charge in clashes, she'd be like insane. He's saying abused by his wife or else toxic the relationship. Odysseus abandoned his wife and son for a decade at minimum. Yeah. LCB's Ishmael bad clash rounds up by how vital she can be for speedrunning stats, also very tanky. Yeah, but I think this A tier is pretty much like that as far as I'm considered, so I think I should move on to B tier next. Which of these am I? If I was given the option of all of these, who am I most likely to take? Honestly, probably you guys or Otis. I think a lot of the you people I've loved. I do have a preference for Burn though. My Burn reliance cannot be trusted. Just thinking. Red Sheet. Is Red Sheet good? I haven't used Red Sheet at all recently because of the fact his talisman was broken until recently. And the one time I did use him recently, he did fairly well. I think mid B is probably going to be good enough for him. You're good, you're good, you're good. I don't know. Where does Reindeer belong? That's another question. Because Reindeer is really funny, but in like a bad kind of way. Zhao as Ryoshi is going to be good no matter what. I hope so. I think Enclave should be higher than Heath since he does not need bullets. I think that's I think that is a fair argument to make. I think before, like, a couple updates ago, I would agree that I think he's the best. I don't know. He's not as good. I don't know. I think neither of them have, like, insane clash winning potential. Not as insane as I thought. They definitely do both have insane clash winning potential, though. They've just kind of lost more clashes for me recently than I thought they ever would. Because bullets don't matter for clashing, that's the good thing. And the fragile is really insane from his tertiary, and his tertiary roll is insane. I want to say Reindeer's A tier, but his passive don't. Her passive is awful. She kills her teammates a lot, which is funny. I think she deserves mid B. You've kind of fallen off. Because you pretty much need to be running Mirror Dungeon to have any chance. Oh, I've got a funny idea. I'll let you guys choose. Okay, there's a poll there now. Okay, what do you guys can vote? Grip Sinclair, Rabbit, Heathcliff. It should show up like there. We'll see what you guys think. Okay. 3 for Rabbit Heathcliff, 1 for Grip Sinclair. Oh, it's 3-2 now. Wait, you see him just Snow White, Faust, and Dawn the Night to rescue her. Oh god, this is blocking the entire... That's that's unfortunate. Oh well, you guys are going to be invisible for a little bit. It's looking like it's Rabbit Heathcliff. You guys are you're a little dead right now in the bottom right of the screen. I can still read you guys though. It's just a little blocked off. Probably all the way. Oh, it's trying to make me vote, isn't it? That's why the chat looks like this. Not letting me vote though. Oh well. And yeah, end the poll. It's Rabbit without a doubt. Remind everyone, longer fights, Arcliff will run out of bullets and Enclair won't. Bullets don't affect clashes though. He can still clash perfectly fine. That's the one thing that's like the saving grace. Bullets only matter for the actual like attack. It doesn't matter for the clash. And yeah, it seems like Rabbit Heathcliff kind of won with a 70-30. I think there is definitely a fair argument for both of them. I don't think either side is wrong, per se. I think that's fine. The... You're like... I like base Ryoshu. I think she's funny-ish. Ways to manage aim in long fights by using ego. No fight with arcade will last long enough for run him to out of bullets. Most fights won't last long enough for content. You just use ego to save on bullets. Impending Day would make him better. Impending Day is a fair argument. But then, on the other side, Body Sack. Most fight won't even last 10 turns, at least for me. Let's see if Farm Resource would shout any of the generation gifts. Also, Heathcliff Talipole is can roll 49s. Like, it's insane. But no wait, Ego for Faust and then Rose Hunter Ego for Dawn was what I thought. Oh. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to go about the D tier stuff. Do I think RB Gregor is the worst unit in the game? No. I think these three are probably the weakest, honestly. Yeah, there's like U2 can go there, U3 can go there, something like this. I think this is a good D tier. Hard to say. Definitely very hard to say. Not gonna sugarcoat it, body sack, quick suppression. You know, the knight I'm talking about is that headless horseman encounter. Yeah. That could make sense. I think, hard to say, the Rose Hunter seems to be like, I don't know if Rose Hunter Dawn makes sense, but maybe. I guess I just gotta cycle through C and B tier. So you know, let's just see, what do you guys think about the units in B tier and C tier? Who do you think deserves better? Who do you think deserves worse? Maybe you might deserve better, all things considered, because you're funny, even if nothing else. You kill yourself. Sounds like a threat. Whoops. And these guys are like the defaults that I think are just kind of meh. Like I'll use them on occasion. I'll see, like, base Ishmael's, like, decent at clashes. It's kind of better sloshing, funnily enough. Elcorp is... Or not, I said Elcorp, no. Encorp Dawn. Is Encorp Dawn good? I don't know. I don't think particularly good. Here itself is pretty solid for me. Roast Banner both deserve to be in B, I'd say. Oh, you're pushing for... You mean both of these two to be in B? Actually, he's so high. He's like middle D tier. That's true. What does he have? Let's pull him up real quick. 1 coin, 1 coin, 2 coins. I like a unit that can kill himself. That's the thing. The question is, do I prefer him over Sunshower for most fights? Videos. You think they're both better? I think that's a fair argument to be made. Heathcliff does have good rolls, at least. I think he could go, like, bottom of C. Hard to say. Ensalt should be in B, not quite good enough to go much higher, but tanks have good value now, and Mir doesn't too hard. That's true, but... He deserves the D tier, put my boy Suncliff in his place. Sunshower Defender to the end, I see. Fair enough. These are good enough to consider a hard mode, but his intended playstyle kills himself. I do like that. He's, like, funny in a very bad way. You're saying to put these up higher. What do I think about that? The Rose Banner, 2 stars. I think his first year is pretty nice. I think his secondary can win clashes occasionally. Being able to flex Rupture count is nice. I think that does make him deserving to be, like, mid C, maybe? Like, above, like, maybe, like, here. And he gives him as the worst and best ego identity. Yeah. Ethan has like such like polarizing stuff. Like, who's gonna use his AEDD over like his other stuff? His AEDD does like nothing. I don't even remember. Let's see. I can understand putting this one higher. I think putting tanks higher makes sense. I think the Pagor Ponglu and Arcorp Rhino Mersault are just in a completely different like level to these two because of the fact that, well, they have a much higher clash and damage output. Sunshine can function a tank if you're feeling testy. Sinclair doesn't even have a niche at all. Definitely worse for sure. A lot of various opinions here. I think the one redeeming thing is that this is the only like Mariachi Sinclair's the only like tank that's got an evade. AD gives him charge. Yeah, which is not even that great for Rabbit because he requires the Wrath Resonance to trigger that. Base Rodion is definitely worse than base Sinclair though. Yeah, I think so. I think they're fairly similar in some aspects. Rodion, like, doesn't she benefit from having negative sanity or something? A little wacky. Sunshower's at least C tier for me. I feel like I gotta commit to the joke, though. I don't know. That is a little toxic, that's for sure. I understand the support. He's the kind of unit that makes me feel like... He's the only unit in the game that makes me, like, feel like... I want to pull my hair out when I'm using it. No, but he's just weird. And Mersault rebind on skill 2 is kind of insane. Good when you remember his teleport. That is true, yeah. He can spend his charge there. If there was an ego that applies self-sinking, then Foxcliff would be better. AD is super good, but doesn't synergize with the rabbit since it's much better in Sun Shower. It does give him a way to spend a lot of his sanity when he like corrodes it and stuff. That is true. Having a Tath is better than not having a Tath, of course. I getcha. Although, like, I guess some of these I could probably move up. Some of them I could probably move down. Do I actually like a lot of these? I feel like I don't know how much I like some of these units. Does Lately Sinclair deserve this high? I don't know if he does. Does Red Sheet Sinclair deserve this much higher than, like... No, he doesn't. He doesn't deserve to be, like, that much higher, I don't think. Something like this, maybe... Deep in thought, trying to like piece together all my thoughts on the matter. You deserve lower, I think. Like there, lower maybe? Yeah. I like the sound of that. Gigaprong is like a zombie, as he needs to be double tapped. Yeah. Take him out and he just comes back. You gotta make sure. 3 times with Dimension Shredder. He just doesn't die. It's a very funny ego, or very funny identity, that's for sure. Red Sheet is like almost better than 7 Yisong. Is he actually really good? I feel like I like him, but I don't know. I think you probably deserve less. I do think that's fair enough. Red Sheet should stay in B. Yeah. This includes passive. It's including their normal passive. They're not their support passive, because support passive is hard to like rank. If we're considering his support pass, he's got like one of the worst support passes in the game. It's just bad. But we're not ranking that, so I think, yeah. I like you more than Leo. Good question. Do I like you guys more than Leo? It's a good question. I'm ranking people based on how much I like them compared to like the Leo association now. That might be too much moving people around though. You could go down, honestly. Support passive, Chef Gregor would be much higher. His support passive, he's the kind of unit that's really good benched, and that's it. He's good benched because he's a nice support to Ryoshu. Although her passive doesn't trigger too much. triggers more in the actual, like, mirror dungeons now, thanks to keeping the resources. But it's hard to say. I don't know, I might be satisfied with this, all things considered. There's definitely a lot of new things that I think could be changed. I think... Rules getting finishing. Richie's just solidity and sport of eruption camp becomes insane. Jeff Roach is just a bench warmer. Yeah. He's just... I don't know, he just needs to... He's definitely one of the units that really needs just stronger rolls. Just give him, like, better rolls with his up type 4, and, you know, maybe he can do something. I don't know. Any final grip, anything, any changes you think are, like, anything, any rankings you guys think are, like, egregious. Like, if it's something you're, like, think is, like, slightly wrong, then it's probably fine where it is. But if there's something you think deserves significantly better, significantly worse, now's the time to bring it up, because I might be about to move on to the next tier list. I'll give you guys a chance to make any final requests. We'll see. I definitely think I've been trying to listen to, like, the community opinion on a lot of the things, but I also have, like, things. So Telp put W Faust in C tier. Her Telp's, like, significant. Her Telp's kind of... Is it pricey? It's a little pricey, all things considered, and then you can't use Fluid Sac. It costs lust. If you're using a charge team, you're not gonna have lust, like, at all. You might, maybe. There's, like, no lust in charge, though. The passive is very funny, that's for sure. Spend less charge count. Hey, Kerp is ruining his mid-low C at best. Their kid is literally dysfunctional. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you don't deserve to be here. Maybe, like there. He's funny, but I don't know. You don't really use it, though. That's the thing. Because you'd have to go away Fluid Sac to use your Telebol. I can agree with that. Maybe move her down, maybe move someone else up. Is Envy electricity? That's a good question. I actually don't know. Because it looks like it's like thorns. Which doesn't make sense because we've got, like, grass here. I think her Rodion kit is pretty bad. That's true. I actually don't think I've, like, ever used her much at all. I don't know why I'm giving her such a high ranking. Mid, do I think she's, like, there, maybe? Maybe. Maybe like that, yeah. Thank God Rose Rodion is so good. We'll move some people up, then. You know, move the tanks up. I can kind of agree with the whole, like, idea that tanks are better than they once were. They're, like... fine. This guy's got... Actually, this guy's kind of awful, isn't he? I'll rank you, like, there, though, maybe. Yeah, Envy... I mean, like... As far as I can tell for, like, this... Like, the actual sins, like... Wrath is burn, lust is bleed, sloth is tremor, gluttony is rupture, gloom is sinking, pride is poise, and envy is charge. Everyone Encore Murder would be at least B tier, arguably one of the best solo units. Only wasn't fatal the worst things to be fatal into the game, blunt. I'm not ranking these tiers off as soloing, because you can solo with pretty much anything if you do well. I do agree, he's really funny, his counter is very funny. I'm not ranking these based off of solos. I'm ranking them more off of, like, group runs, because, like, solo runs are kind of... Like, it's a Project Moon game. If you've seen what some people have managed to do in Ruin, it's insane what you can do with only a single sinner. But I think... Counter argument, he is... 5 to 7 skill 1. Yeah. And it's just stagger threshold stuff. Like, his passive reduces damage, but, like, it's weird. I'll give the tanks, like, I'll give them low B tier. Because I do think I agree with the whole idea that they can do decently. Just counter. It's only 10% less damage with a single counter, though. He needs many speed dice to actually reduce it. Someone actually using Encore Mersault to solo. People did once. Counter argument, counter. You're countering the counter now. You guys are just countering the counters, the counters. If Slime Fishbowl can solo, anyone can solo, yeah. But, you know, I think I'm satisfied with this. Wow. Battle skill 1's gonna be mitigated by defensive moves, evade and stuff, for example. It was good at Souls when the hardest stage to solo was like 3-10 Wheeze. Yeah, I'm satisfied with this. There's definitely a lot of changes that could be made. Honestly, here's an idea. You guys can make your own. If you guys make your own tier lists and like linked, I actually don't know if there's a good way to do that. You know, maybe not now. Maybe make your own tier list sometime in the future, and maybe I'll like consider some stuff eventually. I don't know. Let me turn this off for a second so I can find a good ego tier list maker. Making this thumbnail, add another tier to crop your maker's logo. I can just edit it out. It's easy enough to edit out. I do know a lot of people do that, but I'm not too worried. I'll use it for something eventually, but it should be fine. Ego version 1.13.1. Good enough, right? Oh god. Suncliffe counters allies units that hit him with corroded. Pretty fun. Yeah, people counter allies too. But I'm not too worried about the tier maker logo, because I can just edit it out. It doesn't cover anything with the current tier list. If it would cover something, then I would. Funny thing here. I go to the this ego tier list maker, and this is from a long time ago. This is like not an actual tier. This is based on the wrath weaknesses, the wrath resistances. Deja vu. Huh? God, there's an ad there. I gotta hide the ad. I gotta scroll this so it's good. Like this? Like that. There we go. Very nice. Deja vu. Wait. Oh? What's going on? Waiting for every sprite file in the game tier list. That's a true everything ranking experience. It's good enough. It can work. Yes. Should I just try ranking egos the same way I did before, just ranking them based on whatever? Made a season 1 tier list, I intend to do another one for season 2 once everything starts winding down. Ranking ideas in egos before thread tier 4 releases kind of moot, TBH. That's why I kind of want to do it now, though. Because of the fact everything's gonna change, so it's nice to have my thoughts down for right now so I can compare it afterwards. Like, once, like, the entire meta shifts, I'll make another tier list, and I'll just take a moment to, like, look, compare, and contrast, see how much my opinions have changed on various things. You know? Okay, let's see. So, some of the obvious things. Legger Domain is S tier. Fluid Sac is... Oh, no, S tier. Fluid Sac, or Faust Fluid Sac, S tier. I think that's safe enough. Some of these... I think all the 5 targets are S tiers. All 3 of them, and Legger Domain. They're just spammable, like, mass attacks. That just makes them really good. Pursuance is S tier. Oh, nothing. You just gone back on the stream for some reason. Oh, I see. Hopefully everything's fine then. If you refresh the page, I'll think it should be good. Non-base ego S tier, no content. Oh, you're so right. There we go. There we go. Get base speakers out of the way. Yisung, Faust, and Murar High. Yes. That's true. Representation emitters, it's still A. I think Land of Illusion's also still A. Having decently small mass attacks is nice. The representation emitter is not as strong as it used to be, but it's fine. Body Sack Heath S tier, I agree. Maybe, I think it's A actually, you know? It's good against, like, fights with a lot of people, but then you don't really need egos. Put a mitter down there, too. Hard mode is convenient so good that Crow's Eye View is S tier. I think it's A tier. I think the haste is insanely good. Being able to inflict a little bit of, like... What is it? It's power down, isn't it? That's also really good. Chains of Others. Chains of Others is super good. That's for sure. Let's see. Some of these ones that are, like, good damage. Like... Arrangement of the Tree of Knowledge. This one's a C, I think. The Rupture makes... I don't know. It deserves better, maybe. I don't know. Pending Day. S or A tier. That's for sure. Do I like it as much as I used to? That's the question. Does it deserve S? It is really good for ego resource, that's for sure. It costs a bunch to use it, though. Lantern is C or D. I think Lantern being D makes sense. I agree there. We're gonna get everything onto the board first, and then I'll rank things from there. Art of Blossom Star's got an insane roll. I think that might be enough for an A, because it's like a 41 on a max roll, which is very insane. It's like not like particularly great outside of that, but it's insane roll. Range of Knowledge is only good on Papers and Glare. It's good for rough stuff, but I don't know how well I should rank it then. Oh, you're definitely A tier. I'd say S with how it synergizes with N Glare. That's true. I think that's fair, and then Soup will be like lower. The Soups are both like C. Are they both C tiers? Or are they D tiers? I actually don't know if I've used these Soups at all. The Roseate Desires I think are also, but I heard some talk about Roseate Hong Lu being decent recently, like being able to cheese something with it. So maybe these deserve better. These are the egos that I never use. Sunshine Otis at least A tier, indeed. Oh, whoops. Meet Dawn, heal, roll heads, roll tails. Like, it was bad enough as it is. She'd get a max sanity. Fluid Sack for Dawn A purely because Bull exists. It's actually a decent reason to use it, I suppose. I actually do not think I've used Fluid Sack Dawn once since her teleport release. Teleport Dawn is variable because it's entirely dependent on U of W Dawn. We have another tier for ID dependent. Oh, I think that's a good idea. Maybe like we put it like here. And heavily. And that'll be like pink. I think that's fair for some things. Because like if it's like no, that's not what I meant to grab. You deserve it. Where did there's Branch of Knowledge. Rosetta that can insane debuffing enemies, but the roll is very bad. You'd have to one-sided in hard mode. See, what does it do? Let's take a look. Because it's offense level down and paralyzed. Yeah. And if I promoted, it's 3 paralyzed. That's a decent amount of paralyzed. I think the paralyzed is too much of a variable most of the time. There's definitely uses for it, though. Blue Tech Dawn is pretty good for evidence since they are considered to always add 0 SP. Oh yeah, that's right. It's... Oh, I don't have it. What is it? Target stagger, low morale, and panic, do more damage. Like, once again, this is one I've never used. I can't say much about this. But Impending Day and Dependent here. I think Impending Day deserves... I think Impending Day is really good even without it, honestly. Maybe it's A tier without it, so maybe. Is there anyone else that's like super dependent on an ego? I don't know if any of the others are. Imagine Schroeder Yisong S tier. ADDC could be ID dependent for Suncliff. Yeah. I don't know how much I like having this depends heavily tier though. I guess, I mean, it works. It does work, that's true. Yeah, as far as more of the default egos go, this one's insane damage, but like, the downside is horrible. This one's like fine damage. I don't know. Dagger Bone feels nice. I mean, these are all like decent. I think a lot of egos are just decent. Worth Match Flame, Wishing Care, and these ones I think go here. Fluid Sack being really good is the first I've heard of it. Pending Day is still good with anyone else. Wouldn't say it depends on Instant Claire a lot. I agree. Revenge Shredder competes with Sunshower though. Is it actually that good? I thought it was like kind of... It seems weird to me. I haven't used it too much. Spend charge to do more damage. Deal pride damage by target's rupture. and then reduce rupture count. It spends rupture is the reason why I don't like it. Inflict rupture count hitting aim with lower speed. That'll spend itself there. Hermit, I'd definitely use it over Sun. You'd use this more than Sun Shower? Really? Oh yeah, I see. Try to get rid of the dependent tier. I'm gonna get rid of the tier. I like the idea kind of, but you know, it's kind of strange at the same time, so I don't know if I want it. This one's kind of awful. Faust Barry goes pretty good. It is pretty good. I agree. Fourth match name's nice. Then Shadow can outcomplete Sunshower in some cases. It's insane. I've used it like once. Is it really that good? I've heard no one talk about it. Huh. Then Shadow high Clash coin though. That is a pretty good Clash. That's true. I don't even. What is it at max actually? 20 plus 18. Oh, that is really good. 3 Sloth, 3 Gluttony is not bad. I see what you guys are saying. I'll put it in A tier because I haven't seen it myself. That's kind of a skill issue on my part. But it's definitely, from you, what you guys are saying, it seems really good. I'm surprised so many people are so like, yeah, this Dimension Shredder is insane. When I've heard no mention of it beforehand. I didn't know that. Rhyme Shank's math. Your fourth match name's math. This one I like crashing on, so it's bottom tier. Your telepole kinda cool, but it's not usable enough. Your telepole is really funny if it gets used, but it's not that good a thing. Deeper in seeing Clash Power and damage, too. But we get a situation of very fast boss weak, the loss so rare as a desire is good. You're good at Rupture, all things considered. But I'll put some of these dependent ones in B. I think Telepole deserves A because of the difference it makes is really big. So now it's some of the ones I don't have as strong opinions on. Red Eyes. Red Eyes is like B, I'd say. Like, is it good damage? I've used it a couple times. It feels like it's like decent damage, but like not insane. It's a nice like 2-thing combo. ADD. Gregor's ADD is like solid B, maybe. It seems like it could be good if in the right circumstances, but it's also kind of a weak effect, I think. Mersault's Capote is not bad, but it's competing with the thing. Mercapote A for its high roll. It's competing with Sunshower, though. Or no, it's competing with Pursuance, though. And that makes it kind of pretty bad. Because Sunshower... Oh, right, Sunshower had the bug. You're right, I forgot about that. That is definitely changing my, like, view on it a lot. I'm thinking. Screw this Wallop is really good, because Mersault does unnecessary amounts of HP. Getting, like, free 20% and 40% damage is amazing. Also, Paralyze. So everyone just lost their mind. Yeah, because it was... I mean, effectively, the damage up... The power-up was... Or one of the damage ups of powerful thing was doubling sloth damage instead of like increasing what it was supposed to do, yeah. Your Capote is like really funny. Something like that maybe. I don't know, these ones feel like solid Bs, and yours is like also a solid B. I don't know, I feel like I don't have a lot to say about a lot of the egos, because it's harder to build around an ego than it is an actual identity. Yeah, this is hard. Still for 400 damage even when corroded. Sunshower is still pretty good. I agree, and it's a 5 target. All the 5 targets are like S tier in my opinion, because like you use them and you can take out like a fight in like one hit. Basically it would be lower because of it competing with Legger to me. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, screws, the Mersault doesn't have a good DPS ID for the buffed Acumatter. I actually kind of think I should try building around it with a Rhino. See how that goes. Would need to be higher for Liu Ishmael. Yeah, I agree. People are just saying things and I'm being like, yeah, you're right. And then I'm just doing that. I don't... It was Wrath and Soft Power. It was multiplying by 10 times instead of 10%. Yes. Both had the same bug. I see. Red Eyes open at least a... Yes, it is... No, that's because Sunshower was used much more. Yeah. I see. Yeah, it was something like that. I knew. It's kind of insane. I don't know. Am I overvaluing mass attacks? I might be. I do think even the weaker egos are nice. Hmm. Yeah, we've still got you up here. Psh. God. There we go. Okay. Huh. I think I need to do more. I wish I could do more builds about egos in Mirror Dungeon 2, but it's kind of hard because of the fact you've got so many people that each person's like individual efforts feel weaker than they used to be. For sure, the bug did get fixed, yes. Rosate Desire, if it had 8 bind, it would have been so much better. AoE. Oh yeah, AoE bind would be really nice. I think we need more stuff that synergizes with bind. We don't have enough like haste build stuff built around like the difference in speed. Speed's definitely really nice, especially after fights. Like the Rosate Desires era never felt like they were just kind of like average-ish debuffs. I never liked them too much. The Lifetime Stews were like meh. 4th Eastsang higher than 4th Rodion. Is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, they deserve to be like next to each other. Why is you want to get beat Mersault D tier? Because it kills himself. For like a buff that is not worth it. That's why, I think. Wow, the skull emoji looks so funny. They're better. That's true. I think I really like how it looks. That's the bad thing. But like, what if they gave it to someone else? How funny would that be? Like you up tie this and range look at freeze would be much higher. We need a freeze mechanic back. Hard to rank egos. I'm glad to have them unless they get really awful effective passive. Yeah, I agree. This is like my vague opinions. Freeze acts like stun. If they bring back freeze, hopefully they do it like a decent way, because like ruin a freeze was really stupid because it only shows up once. How about ranking for how cool they are? That's a good point. That's a good point. You know, I'll save this. Is ego fearless. There we go. Okay, reset. We're gonna base these on how cool they look. Okay, this is the much better way of doing it. This is how we're gonna do this. Crow's Eye View. It would be peak if we had the proper one, but the current one is just cool, I think. Representation emitter. Why is she attacking with math? Dimension Shredder's auto S. Yes, you're right. See, what else is S? Your S. Person using are probably the smartest sinners. Also, Pursuance. Yes, absolutely. I agree. Capote. The Capotes are both very raw. Art of Blossom Star. That's raw. This one's just. Does this one deserve a question mark? This one goes way too fast, honestly. You can never tell what's going on. It lasts like half a second. Like, confirmed, I believe. Yeah, they're the ones who are always like, yes, you're smart. Sunshower's high. S tier, yep. I agree. Lego Domain, I like the corrosion for Lego Domain. Ebony Stem's really cool too. A or S. I think A for this one. I think like maybe high A. Double is A tier because her dress is pretty. I've only seen Faust's teleport like once. Agree it's on speed. Also Yi-Sung's 4th. Don't judge me. Alright. Pursuance drip here. That's true. Where's Pursuance? There it is, yeah, peak. Because he's doing the you had to do it to him thing. This one's pretty peak and it does like nothing. Your ADD, you just hit the guy with a bat. That's it. Pathos Master is like a gun sword. That's sick. It is sick. That's true. I think that's cool. Maybe we need a sick tier. Maybe we do need another tier. Maybe sick is sick better than cool. I think sick is better than cool. I'm like the worst person to be ranking off of like slaying because I'm awful with slaying. Cool. Nice. Doubles all look really good, yeah. The teleports I'd say are all pretty sick. Where are the other ones? There they are. I think they're cool. They're not my favorites. Like, I think that they are very sick though. This one's cool. Worship of Flames, that's cool. Chains of Others is sick. Impending Days is nice after the animation is very meh. That's true. I think Impending Days is like a nice. Yasunyata is cool. It feels very underwhelming. Oh yeah, this one's raw. This one's raw for sure. Wish and Garen. Otis Hunter needs to be fun. The Odyssey had a purpose. Oh, here, here. I mean, I think both of these deserve peak. They kind of go hand in hand. Land Evolution's sick. This one's cool. He's beating some guy with a corpse snag harpoon. Pretty cool. You throw a coin at the air. That's kind of cool. Suddenly one day, why does he have the Ruinous symbol? The Ruinous symbols are kind of sick. What else? This one's rough. The Roseate Desires are like, this one's nice, and then Honglu's gets a sick just because of the corrosion being like insane looking, I think. These are funny, that's good. Sunshower's nice. This one's sick. This one's cool actually. The animation's like cool for this one. It's not like, it's over the top in like a kind of tame way. I think Branch of Knowledge is it's just a tree branch. Your fourth match flame is peak. Literally, we've just put like pretty much all of the non-default Ryoshu egos here. That means sick. Your Dimension Shredder's sick. Rhyme Shank is. This one also deserves a question. No, this one's a nice. It's fine. You guys are cool. This one's nice. I'm sure it's similar to the medals the army gives people in the city. It's the floor symbols from Ruina though. Or these things like the most boring use with the attack from Ruina, but worse in every way. I agree with that. Branch higher from the inverted colors on headset. Yeah, that's fair enough, I guess. Your fluid sack, you just hit them. That's kind of underwhelming. Your fluid sack's pretty raw, and this one's pretty sick. The perspective change so different, but not sure it's that good. Lantern looks weird. I think it's nice. I think this is good. Oh god. Whoops. Save image as Ego raw tier list. Needle Bear is very good, yeah. Yeah. I think this accurately is like, this is good enough for my personal opinion. This one's an opinionated tier list. So this one, your opinions matter nothing to me. Don't say it's funny because the Croatian, she just grabs people. Oh, that's the I wish I could have one where the ego or something. I don't know, I've already chosen this. It's hard because of the fact that like there's egos and then there's the awakening and then there's the corrosions. I don't know. Is there a better tier list for this? There might be. I don't know. Spencer Otis is the funniest. It's fair. That's based on my personal opinions, based on, like a 3-second, like quick sort. Why do I imagine we get to have the based on the Holy Grail? We very well could. Accurate and canonically correct. What's the ego gift? I like ego gifts. Oh, this is rude. Look at the default rankings on this one. I kind of don't want to change it, but it's also very toxic because that's not nice. Really not nice. Yeah, I do like this tier list though. Oh, this isn't all. Oh no, this isn't all of them. This is a bad one. There we go. This is one that's up to date. I'm just gonna ignore some of the stuff there. I do like the idea of ranking them based off of that. Doing like Aleph, Vav, E, Heth, and then Zayn. I'll have the Yuri tier back. It's so toxic. I think we all know there's only one ego gift going in the Yuri tier. Yeah, yeah. And that's it. That's all that's going in there. Everything else is better. Actually, no, this one's garbage too. I hate this one. It's just 2 burn on everyone if everyone already has burn. That's like minuscule. It's awful. Like it's got the tickets here. I'm not ranking the tickets. It's hard to rank these. The coin is S tier. I love the coin. Coin is Aleph. Every research generate Aleph, so maybe this could make a case. I don't know if every of them deserves Aleph. I think most of them might. I mean, obviously, Grand Welcome is Aleph. Only one Aleph, you know. Girl, Yuri deserves better. Change that tier to Cromer. She's garbage. Cromer's a villain. If you hate her, she's the kind of villain that I dislike in the correct way, I feel. I love this one. This one's just burned for everyone. Oh no, there's actually honestly an even worse EU gift than any of those. And remember, Yuri, because it's so boring. I get it's funny, but it turns any themed run into nothing. I agree. I do agree. The Lunar Memory gets this. We get it. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Worst EU gift in the game, without a doubt. Where is it? I forget what. Yeah, this one. Hopkins. Yeah, I agree. Hopkins. He's like blue, isn't he? Yeah. Works then. Hopkins. It's the piece of relationship. You like boring on hard mode. That's fine. That's fair enough. Andrew, we get it. Like nothing. But... Oh no, this is Dong Hwan tier. That's above Aleph. Yeah, that's fitting. I like this ranking scale. I wonder rank a lot of the tier 4s. I think the tier 4s I'm kind of gonna also rank about the fact that they are tier 4s. So like, there's a Teth because it's a tier 4, but it's also like, I don't know, it deserves T maybe. This one deserves Teth, I think. The tier 4s were kind of also gonna be based on the fact that they're super rare and hard to find. So if they're bad, it's like super bad. They're good. Gossipium, the other Gossipium's good. If you don't know what piece of relationship is, I'm just gonna show this because this one's so awful. Based in Donghuan build. Cost requirement for deploying identity ego reduced by 30%. So 3 stars cost 70 cost instead of anything. Faith stars 2 worth in hard mode of ego spam. Yes, I agree. Faith is good. Faith is good. Faith is good. I mean, maybe let's put an A left. Oh, we gotta put the combo in Vav. Where is it? Where's the nebulizer? So bad at finding EU gifts. I know exactly the one I'm looking for, but I keep on like skipping it over probably. There's the nebulizer. These two are just a super strong combo. It's nice. Punch me Dong Von because it does bleed. Smiley face. There we go. Perfect. What do you know is what a TM do to your shrimp boys now that they scrap the healing note? That's right, they're gone. Recross means maybe A tier only because Kurokuma Honglu exists. If you're using Kurokuma in Hard Mirror Dungeon 2, like, he's already dead by the time you get this ego gift. He's not gonna survive long enough, that's the thing, but yeah, no. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, maybe it does deserve A if we want to do it based on the fact that, like, there's more busted stuff. You're gonna stagger them too fast for them to be able to actually, like, take a lot of bleed damage a lot of the time. This one's really nice, though. This is, like, probably the only healing gift I'm gonna actually put, like, this high. It's, like, nice. What deserves, like, Zayn? This one even good. Oh, this one's kind of your A tier, not gonna lie. Or no, it's Zayn tier. It could be nice because if you have that much charge, you probably don't need it. But like, this is a tough because you need to gain poise from skills, and who actually gains poise from skills in this economy? SP damage is funny. Healing's meh. This one, fun fact: Carmilla's like super busted in speedruns apparently, according to the speedrun page. According to the speedrun.com for Limbus. Like, it's what people use for, like, the super high speeds. Red Gauss means to do much hard, though, either, since you can't really stack status effect. Pretty sure Red Gauss beam also gets in the way of K, Kurpong, Lu, Cloud Cutter. Yeah. I think it deserves VOD, because it's still a super strong one. I think it deserves, like, the same level as Downboard. Downboard is really funny. That's as much as I'm going to say for it. What tier 4s have I not chosen yet? The gloves. Where's the gloves? This should not be a tier 4. It's a decent effect if you got charged, but if not, it's like genuinely so awful. Terminal S tier, one of the best ego gifts. Yeah. 20% less JSP. Yeah, they're just gonna stagger instantly. That's the thing. Please start really shut up the ranking is hard much for me. Being able to tank those names that they don't max roll feels so important. I mean, my only issue with it is the fact that, like, you need to hit them in order to reduce their sanity. It's the first turn where you're going to lose most clashes most of the time. This one's kind of meh. It's just based on, like, first thing. A lot of the sinking ones, I think, are just kind of Zayn. Because, like, I can't remember what their difference is. You're, like, he, I guess. I know, you deserve, like, Teth. Bob for a lot of these, like, other ego generation ones. And this one's he because it's not like that much compared to a lot of the others, though. No, it's actually still a lot. Yeah, that deserves that. Oh yeah, perversion. Damage up on all enemies is funny. The code is funny. I'm putting too many things in VOV, I think. Guard disc is like kind of weak. Zhao passive. You do like nothing. You're like barely any rupture. This could be nice if it's energized, but otherwise it's bad. Zippo, Child, Disc, Throne, Crane, A left here. I forgot the Throne there. Zippo, Child, Crane. Do they deserve that high? That's the question. Resources are really good, that's true. Mid-range, range, 6 standard duty battery sinking. Some little battery, like, huh? Which one is that? This one? All the generation gifts are super busted. I agree. Perversion. But are they, like... Yeah, where were they? This is like battery, but for thinking. Yeah, that's true. Everything just inflicts sanity down and everything. I don't know. I haven't gotten a decent sinking team off yet. I've done a sinking build, but it didn't end up like going exactly as how I'd like it to. Yes, that one, yeah. I like this one a lot. This is Valve. There's too many things involved. I think I need to downgrade some things. Too many tiers. I like to see us having the Voodoo Doll, Camille, and Ground the damage stacks leading to funny instant kills on turn start. Yeah. round? Yeah. I don't know. There's too many ego that are based on certain builds. It's too hard to rank them. I think I tried doing this in the past, but it didn't work. Sunshower's A left. Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I don't know. It's too hard to do this, honestly. I'm trying to think it through, but like, I definitely tried ranking these ego gifts before, but I don't know. It's just too situational. Like, if I get like glimpse of flames when I'm not using burn, I feel like it's like awful. But if I get it when I'm using burn, I like win instantly if I got a decent amount of burn. I'm gonna get the high ring visits. Tier 1, you're gonna get almost everyone. Oh yeah, that is a little silly. Oh, this one's kind of eerie, not gonna lie. Don't understand why they thought they made it so common. That's insane. This one's nice. This one's just solid. There's too much stuff involved. I need to put some weaker stuff in here. This fragment's decent. It's hard to build around because you gotta spam gluttony egos. This one's nice, that's for sure. A lot of these ones based on certain damage types can be nice, but it's based on kill, so by that point you're probably gonna not get too much of a benefit from it with the skulls. There it is. But they deserve Tath, I think. You're not much special. Where's the good Tremor one? This is a good Tremor one. The bad Tremor stuff, or like mid Tremor stuff, is probably in Path. Also, like Bracelet's pretty good for Tremor. Kind of insane Tremor numbers, that's for sure. Damage against Abnos is nice. Healing stuff goes in Path because I'm no baby. Literally Hunt on buff because not as much use as Carmilla. It's 20% damage buff on Abnos. That's nice. It applies to the final boss, which is like good. I still agree with everything here being buffed. Maybe not. Maybe so though. Ugh. Maybe I move the combo down because the combo is really good, but it's not that good. Healing is nice. It's not that good though. Thrill is insta-win. Kills everything in less than 10 turns. Where's Thrill? Yeah, Thrill is good. Instantly, so it's high A left, even on non-rupture runs. Yeah. There we go. Like that maybe like that maybe. This is like middling rupture. This is like middling. This is some bleed. That's fine. Money stuff is like key, I think. And money stuff can be really good, but you can also get it late, so it's awful then. But just being able to build up money. Ooh, contract. Contract's evolve. That's funny. Where's the other money one? The hammer. Yeah. Very situational. If you get it early, it's good. If you get it late, it's awful. Healing, I'm no baby. Charge stuff. This one's like nothing, honestly. This charge one's like nothing. A lot of the charge stuff is weak, but like some of it's pretty good. This is like some burn, but not much. This is good for charge things. This is good for poise things, but you need skills that inflict poise, so it's kind of situational. Battery. It deserves to be like here. Yeah, sure. Loading. Oh no, is it bad? Or is it just weird? Dry refreshing? This is gonna depend on gluttony, you just get more if you do. It's still a ton of generation. It's one ego resource per ego used. That is nice, that's for sure. Where did I put it? Did I put it in He? If so, that's probably deserved. Maybe high He. Every single burn gift is good enough to put you, Ishmael, in your team. I guess you can change your builds mid-run. I kind of like commit to a build at the start of the run, which isn't the best way to do it, that's for sure. Also, this gift isn't good though. The other burn gifts are pretty good though. Even Teth gifts are pretty good, that's the thing. This one is like healing, it's for babies. I like generating one resource each use, just such a good gift, XD. But it's like, you can't really compare it to the others where you don't even need to use egos, you just build it up. That's the thing. Here's a good theoretical ego. When enemy takes damage from bleed, heal all allies by 50% of the total damage. I don't think we need more stat effect synergies. I think that's a good way to like die horribly. I don't one's nice. This one's nice. This one's nice. Oh, double bleed is really funny. This is like Valve, I think, in my opinion. In my honest opinion. More bleed is good. It's only with lost stuff. That's the issue. Or it's mainly with lost stuff. Is it only with lost stuff? I don't remember. Healing is for babies. Pick the burn stuff on your end clear for the funny. Fire down should be higher because it doubles burn. Oh, you're right. That's that, though. Yeah, that's the doubles burn one. Is it VOV? I don't know if it's VOV. Maybe. Every eager resource gift. Yeah, every eager resource gift is good. This one's just some charge. That's fine. Some of this. You do this. You are fine if you have rupture, but it's too situational because the rupture count is enough. Wound clear, it's kind of insane burn or insane bleed. And you, I don't remember. This is my like barely thought tier list. And it's good enough for me, honestly. Price Scarlet Moth is rather low. It's pretty good, all things considered. 2 extra bleed potency of lust. Yeah. Is that a title? Oh, it wants me to add. Right, I gotta save image as gift tier list. Okay, but that's a lot of the actual like serious ones out of the way, based on like my like barely thought out things. I'm actually gonna not show. That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. God. Ooh. Blackout. So that no one will cry. Limbus characters. Canon abnormalities. Limbus company, which is Virgilius with the McDonald's hat. It's the sinners. Ego tier. I can rank the sinners, I guess. Is there one that's just sinners? This is just the sinners, I think. Also those two. Abnormality tier list. What abnos are there? This is a weird list of abnos, yeah. I'm just gonna look through, see what I like. Uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh? Did something go wrong, or is it just sinners that I trust and don't trust? You know what, although this one's a simple one, it'll be a short one. Rank bugs on how funny they... I don't think there's a good tier list for bugs. Funniest bug is the, this is one I didn't experience. What's the... Let me pull up the, it's in a Project Moon interview. Where is it? Like, the funniest bug I've heard about is apparently that, like, Project Moon had their own bug where everyone would be replaced with some guy called Joshua. I can't find... I don't... Oh, here it is. Is Joshua an abnormality? Info abnormality Joshua has been contained. Joshua was an abnormality, at least for us. Like, what is this? Every employee was named Joshua. I have never seen anything about that. I've just heard about it. That's gotta be the funniest bug, even if I never saw it myself. Just LobCorp, everyone is Joshua. Okay, let me delete these rows. I'm not gonna do them by rows. To go through the floor. Oh, Limbus bugs. What's funny Limbus bugs? Did you guys ever see the one where Ebony Queen kind of Ebony Queen just got a couple of speed dice? I might have screenshots of it. I don't know where it is though. I'm going through my screenshots folder. Is this it? No, that's not it. I need to sort my screenshots. What a couple. God, I need to find the image. Let me open up Discord actually. It's strange that it's gonna ruin my audio quality. Hopefully it does not bad for the mic. Ebony crashed the game, yes. Let's see if I can find the screenshot I have of it. Immortal Apple. I can't find any images, unfortunately. But it basically, it's just for some reason, the Ebony Queen would just start gaining and gaining and gaining speed dice. And it was a little scary. Actually, let's go through some. What are these screenshots? What is this screenshot of? Oh, I see. He's killing my people. I know what that one is. I'm definitely getting detoured, but you know, that's all the stream is. I'm not even playing the game itself, and it's been open for 2 hours. The Ebony Queen buff, I proceeded to enclair her. Enclair can just solo it easily enough. You know, I guess I don't. I thought I had a screenshot, but I guess I do not. Unfortunate. But yeah, I'm just gonna rank the sinners based on how much I like them. I'm not gonna put them in orders. I already more or less know what my order is. Give or take? Only happen if she used their AoE. I would do it then. Is this right? I don't know. I know the top 4 is right, roughly. I think it varies. Something like this. Top 4 is right. Yeah. I don't know roughly this. It's hard to say. I think some of them, like, it definitely is hard to tell. I like Yisung a lot. It's hard to rank them. They're all so wholesome. I'm not gonna show this screen again. Some of these tier lists seem awful. That's the wrong thing again. Let me see. Faith Gregor Enjoyer, he's awesome. He's just a funny guy. And this company's source material, basing the books they're based off of. God, I don't want to rank that. Chapter tier list. This doesn't even have chapter 4 or the mid chapters. Characters as a whole, that could be funny. Next page. Game's boss themes. Doesn't have Limbus stuff. No, it does. It's got one Limbus thing. Okay. Music's a funny idea, but there's too many songs, honestly. Use literary sources, ego tier list again. Next page. I'm gonna go deep into it, see what we find. Oh no, that's all? Is there anything that's like completely out of context? This one, there's a tier list that doesn't have anything in it. That's a cool one. Abno tiers. Abnos, that's right. Do they have the Abnos? And there's a good tier list for the Abnos in Limbus. If not, I might just have to do the all Abno one. Is this all Project Moon Abnos? That sure is. Ishmael's your favorite. LaFish is funny. She's getting the chapter next, so that's good for you. We'll see. She definitely has a lot of potential, because how she, like, portrays herself as being the normal one, but she very clearly isn't. There's not really any good things here. There's not really any good tier list here for ranking the Abnos, unless I want to do every Project Moon Abno. Which is a lot. It's a lot, and I don't know how I feel about all of them. You don't just use the ruin a tier list. I found one that should work well enough. Then again, this is kind of just dwelling into the area of like the character tier list thing. I already did a character tier list, and it took like an hour and a half just of clicking things. You know, let's sort it by recent. What's the most I shouldn't have sorted by recent. Interesting stuff. Some of these tier lists are they're interesting. I don't know, I kind of did everything I wanted to do. There's not any good one for the Limbus Abnos. And at the same time, I don't feel like I don't know enough about a lot of them to rank them well. Okay, it's time for the hardest tier list of all, though. Other Project Moon Media as a whole, that's a good idea. Actually, but we're gonna do this one first. Okay, chapters. First tier, yeah, I did. Not really any shock there. Okay, but yeah, Project Moon Media as a whole. Let's take a look at Project Moon stuff as a whole. Let's see, we'll finish it off with like something good. It's not showing Project Moon stuff. There we go. Project Moon titles. Is this gonna have everything? Yeah, it does. Very long link is F tier. Gives me the same vibes as a guy in a van offering free candy. We're 3.5 and 4. They weren't on the tier list, so I can't rank them. Sorry. Oh god, I gotta fix this. Like that. There we go. Once again, I don't need to have multiple. I actually don't know how I feel about Leviathan. That's kind of like my big issue. Otherwise, like, I feel like I have a ranking in place. Maybe that? I don't know. Rune is obviously the first. I think Limbus is the second. I do like Distortion Detective a lot. I like Wonderlab, and I like them all a lot. That's the thing. Like, even Leviathan I like a lot. Like, that's my thing. I love this series. Honestly, I think that might be enough for now. It's been a fun stream, ranking all this stuff, but I feel like I'm gonna pass out because I go to sleep early because I'm a baby. It's midnight, like, Leviathan's better than Wonderlab. That's fair enough, I guess. I like Wonderlab a lot, though. Once again, it's personal preference. Like, some people prefer some games, some people prefer other ones. You really want to read Leviathan? Yeah, I don't blame you. It's funny. Knows the deal of Rodian. Yeah, Rodian has a heart tattoo over her heart. Yeah, you can see in, like, some right entities and stuff, some of that stuff. Don't know where to. Oh, you can read it on, just, if you look up Leviathan Project Moon, and then it's on post type. Now, if you do it, there's the one thing is it's gonna make you sign into an account. You can do that. You just need to sign an account. You don't need to like pay or anything. It may be hard to navigate it. If you've got a way to like Google Translate like the buttons, you can figure out what's going on. Basically, you click on it, click like a button to like log in, and you'll be able to read it. Like, it's just... Let's change this on Runa subreddit. You can try and search for it. Like, that's the link to the post type. Assuming that goes through. There are other ways to read it, though. This is, like, the official way to read it, but it's fine. It doesn't cost money, so you can read it wherever. Some people have done official translations of some of the chapters that haven't been translated yet, stuff like that. Definitely places to find for it. You can search, if you really just search for it online, you should be able to find where to read Leviathan, and I'd highly suggest it. It definitely provides a lot of, like, backstory into the stuff going on for Virgilius and, like, Aaron and stuff. Anyways, I think that'll be enough for this stream. It was a funny stream. We did some tier list stuff. I didn't really know how to list a lot of the stuff, but it was funny regardless. And of course, I'm gonna be streaming again on Wednesday when we're gonna get Sank Dawn, so we're gonna be doing that. We'll do that We'll try her on Mirror Dungeon 2 hard, probably. We'll only get one play of Mirror Dungeon 2 hard. That'll be interesting. Maybe there's gonna be some other changes, but yeah. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys next time. Give him a second just to make sure it's all like caught up. Just want to say goodbye to people. But there's been a good stream. There's been a lot of people. There was a lot of heated discussion. A lot of sun shower slander, even if some people were trying to protect sun shower. Good night, and see you guys on Wednesday. As soon as the update releases, I'll be streaming. So feel free to join in. Bye.